What is up? This is abskEPiC live reacting to Terry Bogard. And I am here with a special guest, as always, is...
Hello, I'm Big KO.
Big KO, and we're here to react to the Terry Bogard Direct, presented by Mr. Sakurai himself. Oh shit, something moved.
Oh shit.
Great
the
intro.
chat?
I can't tell if I'm paused or not, but they can now see my YouTube screen, so anything I see, they see. And I'm really, really hyped. There's Twitch chat there, twitch.abs, Twitch, Epic Mike 16. Shout outs to Chiho, Carter P, Lord of Conquest for the recent follows.
Oh man, you're on the rise, man. You're on the rise.
Oh, I'm working through it.
How many subscribers are you away from an affiliation?
I think I have the right amount of subscribers. I need like an average of 3 views, which sounds easy.
It's pretty tough, actually, low key.
You need to have some regulars all at that point, right? 50,000 watching.
Damn, that's intense. Granted, some of these guys are like from the east, so it's 8 a.m. down there. So.
Oh yeah. So for them, it's like perfect timing, but for me, it's like I gotta go to work in a couple hours.
I'm gonna be tired. Oh shit! 1 minute.
Okay, I'm just gonna. Yeah, that works good. Say something, Kyler. Okay. Yeah.
I'm just excited. Yeah.
Yeah, you're the perfect volume. I'm just double checking. So if there's feedback, I'm not gonna fucking care.
Let's do a tour.
You know, there wasn't that much feedback last time, so we'll try.
Yeah, there really isn't.
Whatever you had going last time also worked. Oh man, I'm glad to see more of this character because I know he announced it because he wanted to retain the hype, right?
Yeah.
If I see Lloyd Irving, I am going to wake up my entire family, the neighbors downstairs.
Well, at least that would be the flip the desk character right there. Like.
Yeah. Also, who is we know the leak, right?
Oh shit! It's Ahmed.
All right, I'm in. Never mind.
Here we go.
Hello everyone, this is Masahiro Sakurai from Sora Limited. The Super Smash Bros. Ultimate game was recently honored with 5 awards at this year's Japan Game Awards.
Damn.
It's received a great many awards on top of that as well. Each award is very meaningful to me, so I would like to take the opportunity to extend my thanks to all those who voted and to all those who supported us. Thank you so much. Without further ado, let's begin the presentation.
Here we go.
First, we'll start with what the Neo Geo is.
What is a Neo Geo?
It refers to a 1990 video game console for use in
Oh
arcade
shit, are we getting
as
nothing but
well
King
as
of
to the
Fighters
name
94
of the
music?
system itself.
Oh my god.
By
Yes.
1990, the equivalent to the Super NES had only just released in Japan, so
I just
if you
hear
wanted to
Team
play
English.
arcade games at home before then, the only option was to play the less polished ports on the Nintendo Entertainment System. However, with the Neo Geo system, you could play the arcade versions of games at home with no drop in quality. 1990 was right around the year that I started working for a game company. Back then, Japan had rental services for arcade games. In other words, you could go to a rental store, rent an arcade game, take it home,
Yeah,
and
no,
play.
that's what I don't know. It gives me hope that there's
After
more
that,
King of
they were
Fighters
sold for
94
home use, but a single game would cost about 30,000 yen.
Damn.
Yeah, no.
That's
I
expensive.
heard the Neo Geo's actually
But if you
a
think about it,
expensive system.
compared to playing a game in the arcade 300 times at 100 yen per play, you're getting your money's worth. At the time, some people actually thought this was cheap.
People laughed at it.
I mean, there really are people who
compared
played
to
games in the
systems,
Super
yeah,
Smash Bros.
it's
series 1,000 or even 10,000 times. Anyway, the MBS, as it was called then, was sold in various places, and for an arcade machine, it wasn't all that expensive. You could also get them on lease. That's why you'd end up seeing lots of candy stores having a Metal Slug cabinet. The home version of the Neo Geo came with this controller. Can you see?
Oh, the good old.
It has 4 buttons.
Yeah.
And this is the actual console itself. Here is the reset
The
button,
controller is
and here
almost
you
as
slot
big
in
as
the
the
big game
console.
cartridges.
It's the Xbox One Pro.
This is the Neo Geo. Just kidding. Actually, this is the Neo Geo X, the portable version that was released afterward. You could also insert it into this docking station and play it as a home console.
Wow, that sounds like the
Beat
Switch.
Nintendo Switch to it.
Yeah.
A portable, multi-purpose console. Updated iterations of past systems are emblematic of the Neo Geo. Next, let's talk about what Fatal Fury
What is it?
It released in 1991, the
It's a
same year
really
as Street
hard
Fighter
arcade
2,
fighting game.
but this one came later. It launched after Street Fighter 2. Like many of the other fighters, Fatal Fury was often regarded as a title that was developed to capitalize on the popularity of Street Fighter 2, but that's not really the case. Actually, both Street Fighter 2 and Fatal Fury were developed using the original Street Fighter as a foundation. In fact, the development of Fatal Fury was started by one of the planners of Street Fighter.
So in short, the guy went to a different company.
Did I just hear you say well?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. He's
This
like,
one is
I can
also a
explain things
multiplayer-focused
better.
fighting game. In this story, someone named Jeff Bogard is killed by Geese Howard. Geese Howard starts up a fighting tournament in Southtown, which he runs. To avenge his father's death, Terry enters the tournament, which is known as King of Fighters. I mentioned the term King of Fighters, something you may have heard before. Yes, there's actually a popular series called The King of Fighters, and that series was named after the fighting tournament within the world of Fatal Fury. And Terry Bogard, who is the protagonist of Fatal Fury, also appears in all the games in the King of Fighters series as one of the main characters.
He's
Yeah,
both
it's kind of a sin to not have Terry.
If
Yeah.
you want to play a game from either of the Fatal Fury series or the King of Fighters series, many of them are available now on Nintendo Switch as part of the Arcade Archive series. You may not know which one to play first, but my recommendation from the Fatal Fury series would be Fatal Fury Special.
Really?
From
Not
the King of
94?
Fighters series, my recommendation would be the King of
95?
Fighters 95. But if you want to play a fighting game with all sorts of strategic elements, then I recommend the King of Fighters 98.
Interesting. Well, everyone likes 98, but 98
Next,
is pretty
I'll
To
give
be,
you some
to be fair,
insight on
nobody
Terry
nobody
Bogard.
like gets bodied by Rugal.
Actually, this video was recorded about 1 month prior to its release.
Wow.
That's because we need
Let's
to
separate
translate
that
and
from
edit
voice,
videos
so
like
I
this
feel
one,
like
and that
more.
takes time. The game footage you see here is not from the final production ROM, so please understand that there may be some elements that differ from the final
I
game.
don't care. I'm
Since
hyped.
we have the opportunity, I want to talk about Terry using a lot of
To know-
SNK lingo, meaning in this discussion, the younger generations may
Contains a
feel a
lot of
little out of the
SNK
loop,
lingo.
The younger generation's out of the loop. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
guys.
but there's nothing to
blew
worry
it.
about. When we released the original Nintendo 64 version of Super Smash Bros., I was often asked, who is Samus? Whether or not the character is fun to play as is more important than whether the character is new or old, or whether the character is recognizable to everyone.
Man, that's a diss to Terry.
I want to make sure I
Terry's
present
very
Terry to you in
famous.
such a way that you can fully understand his
Shoutouts
appeal.
to my kids
So thank you.
for asking
Okay,
me,
let's
who
begin.
the hell's Terry?
Ooh.
Terry Bogard.
Oh,
This is Terry Bogard in Super Smash
Look at the
Bros. Ultimate.
stage.
He's still wearing an outfit
16.
that reflects the era of his original game, but we did our best to make him look cool in a variety of ways. When he stands next to Ryu, it almost makes you wonder, is this really a Super Smash Bros. Game? Doesn't it? Just like Ryu, when you're playing one-on-one, he'll face the opponent. Actually, he always looks in the opponent's direction.
Oh,
Even if you
okay.
move him to a location behind the opponent, he'll quickly turn around, always keeping his focus on the opponent.
That's cool.
Let's talk about his moves. His neutral attacks are jab, body blow, and high
He
kick.
works like Ryu,
familiar
Each move
move.
is something familiar from
but
the
he has
Fatal Fury
range.
series.
He has a poke.
And his dash is
You have
power.
a dash chat?
Power charge.
This is a move you can use in Real Bout, Fatal Fury Special, and others. In the original series, it was one of his special moves. His tilt attacks are middle kick, rising upper, and underkick. Compared to Ryu, his attack speed is slower.
Really?
This is to match his original series.
I guess so. What's the combos at, though?
Now for smash attack.
Oh, backspin.
First up, backspin kick.
Oh my god, the range on that.
This smash attack is the equivalent to his strongest,
That's gonna be
but the motion is even cooler
Look how
than in his
far he
original
goes ahead.
series. Next, wild upper and slide kick.
Okay.
Both are from the original series. Then his midair moves. Jump, then chop. Jump, then kick.
Did you see that
Jump,
fucking kick?
then backward kick.
Yeah. Oh god. Look at that somersault.
And then somersault kick.
Oh my god, yes.
However, this somersault kick was not included in the original series. But we needed a move to attack up. So we created a new move.
That fits him though.
Oh man, he's
Also,
basically
jump and then
Ryu and
karate.
Ted, but you don't
Two
have to
down
worry
air
about
attack.
light buttons.
If you successfully pull off a down air, it's possible to attack with a meteor effect, as you can see here. It's basically like Ryu's. Next, I'll cover his throws. His forward throw is his familiar buster throw.
Yeah, the
His
classic.
back throw is also buster throw.
Okay.
And his
Suplex
down
City.
throw is neck breaker drop.
And it looks like he can DI in.
In fact, he used it in the game Fatal Fury, Wild Ambition. I miss playing that game on Hyper Neo Geo 64. And then, his up throw is grasping upper. This sort of dodge attack can be performed after a spot dodge. I mentioned dodge attacks, and this actually does exist. During a spot dodge, immediately press the button to counterattack.
Oh my god.
During a dodge attack, your upper body becomes invincible.
Oh, just
so
the
this
upper.
move gives you the advantage
That,
when you
is that a
counterattack.
thing?
Now for his special attacks.
That might get him really good or
His
really
neutral
bad.
special, with just the B button, is
Power
Power Wave. Depending on how long you press the button, you'll use one of two types of special attacks, weak and strong. This one is weak and kinda slow, and this one is strong. Fast, isn't it?
faster.
For Ryu, in
Yes.
his original game, you used 3 buttons,
Terry
so there
just
were
has weak and
medium,
strong.
and strong attacks.
And then
For
the
Terry
input.
Bogard, you could use 4 buttons in his original game, but there were only 2 buttons for punch. So that's why he only has 2 attack levels, weak and strong. This rule applies to all of his special attacks, so please keep that in mind.
Okay.
By the way, the attack Power Wave is a move that shoots energy along the ground. But how does it look in the air? In his original game, you couldn't use this move in the air.
So
This is how it looks now. As of the King of
interesting.
Fighters 96,
Get off me,
the
tool.
Power Wave ability had a shorter range,
That's a good
so we've
poke.
recreated that version of the move. It's a useful move in midair and helps keep opponents in check. Next, we have a special performed while holding in the direction of your opponent, Burning Knuckle.
Burning Knuckles.
This move also
Oh,
has
it's
a weak
command
and strong
input.
version, as well as a command input.
Is that
Like the
kill?
Hadouken command input from Street Fighter 2, you perform this command using the directional inputs down to
forward.
the side in the direction of your opponent, and then press the button. Doing so makes the move a bit stronger.
Jesus Christ.
This
4
means
types of
that
Burning
Burning Knuckle
Knuckle.
has 4 variations. Weak without command input, and strong without command input.
In the weak with.
Weak with command input, and strong with command input. The strong version using the command input is of course the most powerful. You'll hear a noise when you input the command.
I bet you it's unsafe as hell.
And if you've succeeded,
A
you
green
might
effect.
also notice some green mixed in with the flames.
That's
It may
swag,
be
man.
slight, but there is a difference.
That must be the indicator if you did it right or not.
The strong version with the command input really is strong, even capable of KOing opponents.
Wow.
It can be
Yeah,
blocked,
it can block.
however, so be on the lookout for that.
Yeah.
In such a
You get
case, you'll be
punished.
left wide open. And this is a first for the Super Smash Bros. Series, but the side specials are split into 2 versions, a back special and a front special.
Really?
That means
Ooh.
there's one more side special than usual, Crack Shoot.
Oh my god, he gets
This is a
5
familiar move from his
specials.
original game.
He's cheating.
There's also a command input version.
He can
It's
option
performed
select.
by using the directional buttons down to the
He
back,
can mix up his
followed by the A or B button.
I wonder how teams
The
is gonna
command
work with
version
him.
can launch your opponent quite a bit further.
See, I'm curious with 4 players. That's
It creates a bit of an arc, so it can be used as an anti-air attack when your
Oh my
opponents
God.
try to hit you. At close range, if you happen to be blocked by a shield, it's hard to be counterattacked
safe
because you'll
escape.
pass through them. There's something I want you to remember. When you do a crack shoot off screen, this is how it will look. Terry swings with his whole body when using Burning Knuckle and Crack Shoot, so it can be hard to recover. However, if you keep pressing backwards without inputting commands, you should be able to initiate Crack Shoot in the direction you're trying to recover.
Okay.
Let me show you one more time. Do this, then continue to press backward.
Dude, that's a safe back.
And then you can recover. If you press too quickly or input some commands, you'll fly right off the stage, so be careful.
So you have to wait a second. You can get...
And this is his up special, Rising Tackle. It also has weak and strong versions, each with differing heights.
Do you have to charge?
And did you notice that if you hold down briefly to charge, your whole body glows a little?
He gets invincibility
your whole
out of
body will
shield.
be invincible at the start. Either way, your legs will be invincible. Here's an example of this invincibility in action. With the standard Rising Tackle, I got completely wiped
So
out
you
when I
want to
threw
up
myself
tilt
at
me.
them. But with Rising Tackle's charged command version, you can't be hit at this moment,
Oh
so
my
you come out on
god.
top. You can of course use Rising Tackle as a recovery as well.
Yes.
Even after using Burning Knuckle or Crack Shoot, you can still use Rising Tackle. This is
That's
also
still
very
just
helpful
average,
when you're
though.
trying to recover, so please keep that in mind. His down special is Power Dunk,
Oh my
an
god.
attack that rises and descends.
That's so dangerous.
This side, down, diagonally down
Shoryuken.
command input is also known as the Shoryuken command. If you can pull it off, you'll be invincible at the start of the move.
Kylan.
Also, you can
Go
hear a
ahead.
sound when
Up
it
tilt.
connects. But it might be tough to make out. Now, let's talk about canceling specials.
Oh my god.
I'd really like you to keep this in mind.
I can cancel special with a special.
First, if you use a special after attacking with a standard attack,
Oh, then you just
the
cancel.
special won't come out until the move animation has finished.
But if it hits,
That makes sense, right? But here's what happens if you cancel out of it. At this moment here, if you've successfully entered a special command input, the rest of the animation will be cancelled, allowing you to attack again immediately. I'll do that again. Throw out a kick like normal. And once your leg extends, you'll perform the move. Set it up so that when you attack, you can go straight into a special.
so I can just do that to Crack Shoot.
This will increase your offensive options. Please try this out. For example, neutral attack 1, 2, and power down. This is a bread and butter combo. Aside from that, you can also get Terry to fly out and attack in an M shape. In his original game, you could only cancel attacks on the ground, but in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, it's possible to cancel aerial moves. The types of aerial attacks that you can cancel are limited to things like neutral
just like
air
Ryu.
attacks or down air attacks. But I think it would be wise to use these combos to expand your offensive options. And at last, the final smash. His final smash
Triple
begins with Triple Geyser.
The geyser.
Terry will shoot 3 geysers straight forward.
He starts it.
However, if you think that's all, you're very mistaken.
Yeah, I know what's happening. The cinematic.
Yeah.
Are you okay? They didn't say,
As
are
you
you
can see,
okay?
If Triple Geyser connects, you'll follow up with Power Dunk and Buster Wolf. It's 3 moves in 1. It's a visually striking combo.
Sound good.
You may be wondering what happened to his original super special moves. Yes, they're here too.
Oh no.
With the usual rules, when Terry's damage meter rises up to 100% or higher, and in stamina mode, when his overall HP drops to
The go
30% or less, you'll see this go icon at the bottom of the screen. At this point, if you enter the specific command,
Oh my god.
you can initiate the power geyser you see here.
And do I get it infinitely?
The command input is,
I think
if
you
I
get to
borrow the
die,
right said in the original game, down, angle down, side, angle down, forward.
Oh no!
Well, it's a bit complicated. Downward, then backward, then forward.
Yeah.
You see?
Oh my
It is
God,
an
that's
action
so
game after
ranged.
all, so you get to control the direction of your punch, be it right or left. In that case, no matter which direction you're going for, just swap the right input and left input. It's like this: downward, then backward, then forward. Or down, and then the opposite direction, if that's forward.
I can just mix it up?
And then
Yeah.
there's his other super special move,
There's another one?
Buster.
Buster Wolf. You can initiate this one by repeating the Hadouken command input twice.
Yo, I can just
Down
do
to side,
supers.
then down to side again.
Oh, this character's so fucking sick. Are you okay? There we go. Are you okay? Buster!
It can be rather difficult to pull
There's
off
the
moves
are you
using the
okay?
original game's command inputs, but you can also use simplified command inputs. In the case of Power Geyser, remember this: down, side, down, forward. As long as you input the command downward to the side, to the back, downward again, and then forward, you should be fine. In the case of Buster
Smash
Wolf,
box.
it's simply down, side,
Forward,
down,
down, forward.
side.
Yeah.
That should be easier to remember.
I wonder
Even
if
though
you
the
could
command
shortcut
input
with the
is
C-stick.
complex, it can still be blocked with ease.
That's what I wonder.
Since these moves can only be used when Terry has taken a lot of damage, you'll be in even more danger if your opponent blocks. So they're high risk and high return.
So yeah, it's pretty much
Please
his
save them
X
for when you
Factor.
really need to make a last-ditch effort.
And he keeps
You
it.
can use it again and again, but be careful. Your opponent may be able to predict your move and take action. Essentially, it's
I think I
best to
can
use
connect
it
to
when
it.
it's least expected, or to cancel out of a combo,
Yep.
like this. For the taunts, I decided to match his original
Hey, come on, come on.
His up taunt is "Hey, come on," from the King of Fighters series. His down taunt spins his hat like in
That's
the Real
cool.
Bout series,
Can I drop the hat?
and his side taunt
Yeah.
is stand
Oh,
up
stand
from
up.
Gutto, Mark of the Wolves.
Okay, there we go.
I've demonstrated him using various special moves in the game so far, and you can hear his voice. Like that. We've incorporated both his longer remarks, like Power Wave, from older titles, and his shorter remarks, like Rock You, from newer titles.
So he's a mix.
And here are his color variations.
Yeah.
There's a good variety of colors available from across
Hey,
the
look,
series.
Niji. On the far right.
Design is slightly
Yeah.
different in each version. They're
No-
based
no
on his
fatal
original
cuties.
games, and we've also included some from the King of Fighters 14 and the anime series.
Look at the army of Terry.
You see these guys down the street. What do you do?
He sometimes takes off his cap too. For example, it happens during his victory pose. His cap also blows away when he is defeated in stamina mode.
That's cool. Okay, the stadium looks hype.
The stage is called King of Fighters Stadium.
Yo, look at the characters. Did you see Yuri? Freaking Rio?
It looks
and
like
Joe
one
Higashi?
hardcore fighting coliseum.
They're just watching.
The text above the Jumbotron reads, King of Fighters, without the. When we talk about a game title, we need the up front, but the name of the tournament in the game's story is just King of Fighters.
So it's just
This is a very unique stage, and it follows some rules that haven't existed in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate before. First, the edge is walled off. In the Super Smash Bros. Series, you need to launch opponents off the stage. Here, however, the more damage a fighter has accumulated, the more the wall will visually react when they're launched into it. Can you see? Eventually, fighters will break right through the wall.
That's cool.
There are
But
fireworks
it's
in
not
the
legal.
background.
Feel bad,
Basically,
man.
this special feature allows you to KO an opponent only after they've accumulated enough damage.
I can't reuse
That
those
way,
for
you
this.
can enjoy the battle more like you would in a
Why
traditional
couldn't
fighting game. When you're close to
Yo,
the wall,
corner combos.
Shit.
it's possible to be KO'd even when your damage is low. It's just like in regular stages. In the Real Bout Fatal Fury series, there was a feature in which the walls could be destroyed and players could suffer a ring out when they hit the wall. This isn't exactly the same, but we made it kind of similar to that. We hope you'll enjoy playing at this stage with all its special rules.
Are you okay?
By the way, there are guest characters in the background,
look how
right?
many
Since we have
King
the
of Fighters they
opportunity,
got in
I'd
the
like to introduce
background.
them to you.
Yuri,
Oh, the cameos.
Rugal.
First up, Andy Bogard. He's the adoptive brother of Terry Bogard. Both of them were adopted from an orphanage and raised by Jeff Bogard. However, while Terry's teacher was Jeff Bogard, Andy studied under Mai Shiranui's father. He uses the Koppoken fighting style. Joe Higashi. He's one of the three main characters from earlier games in the Fatal Fury series. He's the only one that doesn't have any connection to Geese Howard. He's a Muay Thai champion. Kung Fu Ru. He's the master of the Holy Fist of 8 Ways, and he also trained Jeff Bogard. He can enlarge his body as well.
Oh shit.
Billy Kane.
Billy Kane!
He's been in many
Billy
Fatal
Kane,
Fury
yes.
games since the first one, and he's the right-hand man of Geese Howard. While he appears in the first game, his costume is based on his appearances in King of Fighters 97 onwards.
Yeah.
You can't really see his back, but the no smoking symbol is definitely there.
Geese
Geese
Howard.
Howard. He's the big boss of Southtown. And he's the rival of Terry Bogard. Falling off of buildings is his thing.
This is his thing. Oh,
Rock
Yo,
Howard.
Rock?
His first appearance
Rock.
was Garo, Mark of the Wolves. He's the son of Geese Howard, and Terry actually raised him. That means his appearance in this game at this age with that look doesn't really jive with the timeline, but Smash is kind of like that to begin with, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
Kim Kapwan,
Kim!
who uses Taekwondo and considers himself
Do
a
we get
fighter for
Rugal?
justice. His Ho'okaku is very famous.
Yamazaki.
Ryuji Yamazaki.
Yo.
His first appearance was in Fatal Fury 3, and he's a criminal known as Dark Broker. He's very selfish and sadistic. Blue Mary.
Yo, Blue
Her
Mary.
first appearance was in Fatal Fury 3 too.
Yeah, we're just adding
She uses
everyone.
combat sambo, and she's a good drinking buddy of Terry's. Those were the characters from the Fatal Fury series, but from here on, let me introduce
going
characters
modern.
from other series.
Kula? We getting
Athena
Oh,
Asamiya.
Athena? Yeah.
She's a Psycho Soldier.
Yeah.
She's
Psycho
for
Soldier
OG
is a
outfit.
memorable game released around 1986,
That'd be cool if she
and it
wore,
was
like,
the
different
first
ones.
title to feature a fully
Yeah, that'd be
voiced
pretty
theme song
sick,
within the
actually.
game. This epic song was also remixed for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Oh, they
and
took
it
the
was
Athena
recorded
games.
in both Japanese and English. Music start.
Oh, Kyo.
Kyo Kusanagi. He's the protagonist of the King of Fighters series, and he uses the ancient martial arts Kusanagi-ryu. Speaking of the protagonist, there are differences depending on which version you're talking about, like Orochi and Nest. Anyway, he is forever a school kid.
Yep.
Iori Yagami.
Irori.
Originally, he was introduced as Kyo Kusanagi's rival, but when I first saw this character in the game at the
Random
time,
Rugal
due to his
Bernstein
look and
cameo?
attitude, I thought whoever created this character must be a genius. Goro
Oh, yeah.
Daimon.
Goro.
He's a judo gold medalist belonging to the Japanese team, and he likes to
This
throw
guy
his
throws you,
opponents.
it's over.
Chang and Choi.
Chang Ho-han and Choi
Hey!
Bongye.
Look at Choi.
One is an escaped convict, and the other is a slasher. They are currently undergoing rehabilitation under the previously mentioned Kim Kapwan,
Oh shit.
Ralph Jones, and
Yo,
Clark Still.
Ralph and Clark.
Originally, they were main characters in the Ikari Warriors series before Neo Geo. They appeared as guests in the Metal Slug series too. Ryo Sakazaki,
Of
the
course.
protagonist of Art of Fighting. The original Art of Fighting was released just before Fatal
Are we
Fury
having
2.
Samurai Showdown
That
characters?
means it was the first game to implement a true
Haramaru
super
and
special move.
Nakaru.
How could I not include him? King.
Yo,
Her first
King.
appearance was in Art of Fighting, and she's a bouncer and bodyguard. She is a beautiful woman with an androgynous sense
King
of
is so
style.
awesome.
Next,
Yeah,
Yuri
Yuri.
Sakazaki.
I wonder
She
why
was
we're not
kidnapped
getting
in the first Art of Fighting game, but after that, she
Jump
trained
West
hard
League.
and
We
mastered
have-
Kyokugen Karate in just 1 year. In other words, she's a genius. So, as you can see, we've included many characters.
No Rugal.
A total of 20
No
characters.
Rugal yet.
You know, it's
Defy
very
either.
cumbersome. I mean, it takes a lot of time. But so many people love each and every one of these characters, even outside the confines of their individual series, so we simply had to do our best by them. By the way, you may have noticed that a very important character from the Fatal Fury series was not included. Yes, Mai Shiranui.
Yeah, what
Super
the fuck?
Smash Bros. Ultimate
good
is
boys
for
and
good boys
girls.
and girls of many different ages, so we decided not to feature her.
Aww.
Also,
She's too sexy.
my music features a variety
Too
of
sexy
tracks,
to say.
and the music that plays affects which special guests will appear. For example, there's a track called Pasta, and when the music is playing, Andy Bogard will always appear. I hope you look forward to that as well.
How many titles? What do we got?
With action.
Okay, I'm done providing information, so now let's jump into some actual battles. This time, I'm going to play the Terry route of Classic mode. On top of that, I want to try and hit the highest intensity level.
Oh my god.
Let's see if I can get all the way up to intensity 9.9. Honestly, playing the game in extreme difficulty while doing commentary is extremely hard. One or the other is doable, but doing both at once forces me to divide my attention. But that means I should do my best at both. I'll do my best. First, this route is named the King of Smash.
Oh my god, they're doing
3
references.
characters who have some sort of connection will appear as a set, a challenge that looks somehow familiar. Okay, the first intensity level is 5.0, so I should be fine. All battles in Terry's route are stamina battles. This stage's special KO rule that I talked about earlier isn't the best match for stamina rules, but oh well. On his route, a lot of stages
Oh my God,
feel
I
like
love
they're
this
from a
movement.
traditional fighting game.
He's your boy.
Okay, I did it anyway.
Yeah, he's grabbable from that, so I guess I gotta do it closer.
Yeah.
Of course, even in this mode, it's not impossible for me to try for a KO, but normally it'll be over before then. There. Done. Looks like he's saying, give me something. Next, round 2. It's the Legend of Zelda team. Just because characters are in a team because of their similarities, that doesn't mean that they have to be from the same game. This is Let's Go to Seoul, Kim Kapwan's theme. And I've got it set up so that we don't move from the bottom of Prison Tower.
That's cool.
It would be
That's a
easiest
pretty
to
sick
simply
thing.
knock him off the screen, but I'm not going to do that, because it's not as fun to watch. Oops, I knocked him off. Over here.
Whoa, did you see that movement?
Yeah.
Look at that
Blow.
dash.
Will he do it?
Oh.
Alright. The boomerang's not coming back. And I can't go to the edge.
I'm curious if I can, like,
Oh,
Shoryuken
no.
myself to death.
Top 10 power dunks off
The
stage.
tables have
He almost
turned.
died.
Cancelled it.
Real late.
He wears his cap backward when he does a power dunk.
Oh, team heavies.
Now you could call this the giant stage. All the giants are lined up. Of course, the music track is Taku and abskEPiC. Of course, he says.
You know his
You
rival's
might
gonna
wonder
be
who
Ryu
Taku
and
and
Ken.
abskEPiC are,
Yeah.
but it seems like it
It'll be
means
Team
Tanaka
Capcom,
and
Ryu,
Shimura.
Ken, and Mega
Yo,
Man.
his back air,
This
though?
track is from Fatal Fury 2. There's a giant wrestler named Big Bear, and this is his
I
track.
like how he has 5 special moves, so it's
Regardless
like,
of the track name, it's a really
Only I
famous
could
hard rock
contain
song.
him.
So please give it a listen.
it's not as much as Heroes, but
The original song was called Yusha Raiden. There's that
I just
master
can't believe he
wrestler.
gets invincibility on freaking his moves. Invincibility
Big
on
Bear
the
is
hold.
his true identity.
He's also the first character with a hold input.
He's called Raiden.
true. Also, yeah, you would have died. Power dunked off stage.
Yeah.
Jump! I'm beginning to find the intensity quite tough.
Icarus.
Round 4. The whole atmosphere is a little different than how it's been up until now, right? We've been to arena-style flat stages, but suddenly we're at a battlefield
Oh,
form
shield
stage.
break.
Damn.
Oh, there's an item.
Power Knuckle is good shield pressure at least.
There's an arcade game series
Yo,
called
his
Athena,
dash.
and this stage uses that as a motif. Oh, he's metal. Now that I'm thinking about it, I suppose both Lady Palutena and the Athena games were possibly an homage to the Athena of Greek mythology. Plus, I wanted to do something where two characters who are similar or have similar abilities are together. It's a nice Kokugenryu team.
Well, at least you can still jump though. Unlike Shoryuken.
Okay, he's not instantly dead from that.
If I let my guard down, I'll easily be defeated.
You just
so
put
I need
yourself
to pay
at
attention.
disadvantage, that's it, which is better than.
Not bad.
But I wonder if that'll carry the opponent with you, you know?
Yeah.
So maybe it's worth it? Because if you use Rising Zaku,
By the way,
he was falling in...
You can use moves
Yeah.
like Crack Shoot to aim for overhead platforms, so they have some utility to them.
Yeah, no, at least those a Meteor Smash, because that was my
Okay, that...
plan.
I kept
But he
her in
did
check.
it. He did the
That was close.
short special version.
Looks like that
and
firebar
stayed on
didn't
stage.
work out for her.
But it didn't look
Yeah.
like it dragged her down. Christ. Go ahead and roll back.
Team
Getting
third
brutal. The
party.
intensity is close to 8. You could say the opposing team is comprised of heroes from different companies. Sonic and Terry are on the stage. Actually, Sonic and Terry were both created in '91, so they're the same age. And the next year, in
I was born in
'92,
91.
Kirby was born. Everyone's
Just saying.
getting old. But they're still on active duty. You know, it's easier to fight on sloped ground. When using Crack Shoot, it's especially easy going uphill.
I like it.
Yikes. It's too soon to be taking this much damage. I started out with 150 HP, so I feel like I'm losing. Next, Mega Man. He was born in '87. The first Street Fighter came out in '87 as well, so that makes Ryu the same age. That was bad. Don't go off screen. Ah, he went off. I'm sorry. And now, Pac-Man from
Watch as
1980
Pac-Man
is
ends this
here.
man's career.
Yes.
Of course, this
He does
character
a
was made by
Pac-Man
Bandai
combo
Namco
on
Studios,
Sakura
but when I
on
talk to their
stream,
team,
he's nerds.
I'll call him your company's character. They always come back saying, "Oh yeah, our company's character." I often have these
I
kinds
can
of
cancel
exchanges
down
with
here
them.
into Burning Knuckle.
Oh, that was close. But I won't give in until the very end.
Is that a
I've
buff?
got super special now.
Oh
was
my
that?
god, that hits
Not
so
enough.
high.
Well, how about now?
Are you okay? Buster Wolfie.
It's bad to keep
Jesus,
using the
Sax.
same move. Seriously. Next, you could call this Team Darkness.
Team Darkness, even though,
Makes sense.
yeah.
With the track Soy Sauce for Geese playing on the rooftop, it's got the aura of a final showdown. Oh, not
I'm
good.
surprised there's no power wave input.
Up next is Ganondorf. I don't want to get hit
Boss
by him.
is probably
not even
gonna be
once.
like,
He's
like
huge.
he's powered me with Master Hand.
You can't take things lightly in moments like this one.
He's Howard me?
Yeah, because of that down move, like his counter throw.
This ain't the rival one, is it?
That was a bad move.
I think Gex is the last normal battle. But
Yeah.
I think he does the
So,
bonus.
no Ryu.
All right,
What if...
can I do this without getting hit?
Unless Ryu and Ken are like,
Now for a scary one, Bayonetta.
I pretty much expect to see Master Hand like right after anyway, but
Ooh, she can...
Yep, I'm giving this everything I've got.
that,
Oh, that was just dangerous. Pulling off that midair jump was risky.
So you want to save Terry's jump as much as possible.
yeah.
Oh, she's so good. That was a
She's
beautiful
so
move.
good.
But she couldn't take advantage of that opportunity. That's
Oh my god,
awesome.
catches rolls.
Time for the final battle. It's not Master Hand, but Ryu, Ken, and then Terry. Art of Fighting version 230000000.0 is playing. In other words, it's kind of a themed fight. He's super strong, so I have to work hard.
Well, at least still Master Hand.
I'm not pacing this out very well. I'm starting from 150 HP, so I wish I defeated Ryu before my HP dropped to 100. But I can't give up until the end. I have a super special move. But Terry is last, so he can use the same super special move. But this is no time for chit-chat. It's really tough doing this while talking. Oh no!
It's gonna be nice to play a character without focus attack, though.
This is no good. Got it!
True.
It gets even tougher from here. I messed up a perfect shield. Here he comes. I gotta be on guard.
There we go.
Yeah, but with a power wave?
Gee.
If I could have pulled off a super special move, that would have been awesome.
Like, yay.
But, alright, did I make it to intensity 9.9? Yes,
he
I
goes.
did. That was hard work.
I like how he skipped the escape section.
Yeah. He's like, you don't want to
Terry
see
Bogard
that.
is really fun to play as, so I hope you enjoy playing as him in such situations.
Song collection.
Oh, right.
Next, let's talk about the music. This time we have something very special lined up for you.
All the tracks.
For instance, when we were deciding which
All
songs
the
to include in
tracks.
this set,
There's over 50
we thought about
songs.
concentrating on songs related to Terry, but there were a lot of big band style songs that didn't really fit the mood of battle. That aside, the music of SNK has always been great, right from the beginning. So this time, we selected tracks that could be called SNK
Perfect.
style. Basically,
Yes.
we expanded the selection a bit to include series outside of just Fatal Fury and the King of Fighters. SNK songs have always been great, really. This was true before Neo Geo, and all the way from the old The King of Fighters games to the arrangements in the latest installment, The King of Fighters 14. We did a lot of digging around, and finally managed to narrow our many candidates down to 50 songs.
Only down to 50?
We never intended to do something like this, of course.
50?
So we submitted our
SNK
50
tracks.
proposals to SNK, expecting them
Just
to pick
puts all
out
the
maybe
other DLC
10
to
or
shame.
20 that they considered acceptable. But they told us they were okay.
So they said
As
yes
a result,
to 50.
we've pretty much added in
Yeah.
50 songs. Have a look at the list.
Oh, fuck, that's awesome.
Oh shoot, man. Oh my god.
That's how we ended up with the list we have, but we worked
KOF
hard to deliver some
94.
of the best
Only one from
remixes.
94?
This was a very special one-off case, and I don't think we'll be able to do the same for other series. To
Also
be honest,
Samurai
I
Show.
think
Yeah,
that
Samurai
being able
Show,
to hear such
yeah.
a selection might make the Fighter's Pass worth quite a bit more than its price.
A lot
I
of
do hope
songs.
you'll enjoy it. Challenger Pack 4 comes with a Spirit Board too. The Spirit Board can be selected via the Spirits menu. Have a look at the background.
Of course, Geese is
If
a
it looks
legend.
familiar to you, you'll start feeling pretty nostalgic.
There's Homaru.
Shinkiro-san's artwork is always so nice and vibrant, isn't it? You can also look forward to mock tournaments featuring each of the characters. That old school Athena and Ralph and Clark artwork really is something. Now for the meat fighters. Please have a look.
Alright. Are the leaks correct? If there's a Rugal meat. Geese. Oh, rip.
Yep, Knockaroos.
I like how they gave him the Pokemon. Yeah. Look at the wolf. People wanted real.
They really did. They really did. So you could have a costume.
King of Fighters. Kyo?
Kyo and Iori?
He looks so emo. The most anime
Virtual
hairstyle.
Fighter. There's that Akira.
So they're just putting in all the fighting game series.
Yeah, are we gonna get a Tayashi?
Jackie? Yeah, good.
Nope.
And there we go.
And that's that. Available. Oh, they're all out today.
Sweet. That's just a Mii Fighters though.
SNK was also involved with the Mii Fighter set this time, so it has a strong fighting game influence. It borrows a lot from the series Nakoruru comes from, like her wind slash attack, so I hope you'll enjoy those little details. Moving on to Amiibo, here's the new lineup. Simon,
Oh, I need the
Chrom,
Chrom.
and Incineroar.
Look how,
Each
look
of
how
these will
good
be
that
released
looks.
on Friday,
Yeah, it's a
November
pretty good
15th.
Amiibo detail. Oh,
Version 6.0.
Next, let's discuss the details of the update. We've made some improvements to battle arenas.
Oh.
First, we're making it so you can send messages to each other in a battle arena. The messages are preset.
Get that ass
So
back.
there's that, and also
Get out of my
the player
lobby.
who created the arena can now change the rules. We've also added the option to play either Battlefield form or Omega form at random in the stage settings.
Okay, that's good.
yeah.
Aside from that, you can now pick Elite only as an arena type. Furthermore, quick play won't be the only way to play with people you don't know. As long as the arena type is set to public and no password is set, we've made it so anyone is now free to join. So I hope you'll enjoy that. Terry is due for distribution on
Yeah,
November
that's
6th.
today.
Yep.
If you have the Fighter's Pass, you'll be able to get him straight away, or you can purchase him separately.
Straight away, like right now.
Well, I think that wraps it up for our Terry Bogard showcase. I hope we
Well, at
were
least
able
we
to
get to play
convey
him.
his
I'll get
appeal.
to play him later today. He won't be
By
out
the
right
way,
away.
his reveal trailer was aired in advance. It was created using SNK pixel art. The complete version of it,
No update
including
yet.
the gameplay portion, is finally
Oh,
ready.
take a look at
I'd
the
like to show
complete
it to you
version of
after
the
this.
reveal trailer.
Oh, really?
Now this is something of an inside story, but I of course wrote the plot for SNK's pixel art
There's a
pack reveal
payoff.
trailer. When the invitation comes out, you might recall how it says, "Don't be late, S." That is not what I wrote. It makes me think, ugh, this is why I hate inside jokes. After leaving it to the staff, it snuck its way in there. I just want you to know that the S is also the Super Smash Bros. Series S.
Okay,
then,
there goes
let's move on to the
complete version
intro
now.
movie.
So we're just going for the old trailer that didn't happen.
Yeah, he's just fixing it basically.
Classic. 2019.
Yeah.
What if they send us a curveball?
They throw a curveball and it's
I'm
like a
waiting for the
Hihachi
biggest-
trailer.
I'm waiting for the biggest curveball. So far the same, right? He missed.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Andy Bogard and Joe miss it. What if Geese grabs it and says, "I'm in too"? No, he still misses it.
Played with compromise. Sam showed up.
Oh, I was thinking the bird was gonna grab it this time. I would have freaked out. Iori grabs it anyways.
Yeah.
Misses. What's the difference? It's not much.
Oh, it's probably gonna show like the other stuff, like you know how in the trailers they show like gameplay.
Yeah.
That's probably what it is.
Come on!
Star is red.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a...
Lightning Tentacle! Horror Wave! Block 2! Power Dash! Are you okay? Hey, come on, come on! Counter! Back 2!
Kirby. I did not say jiggly. We were erased. You have anti-air though.
Yeah.
Here's the big one! Cast the ball! Terry!
That symbol though.
Okay!
That star symbol.
Oh, I guess that's it.
Yeah, no, I guess most of us just play arcade mode.
Oh wait.
We crammed in a little too much content this time. Hopefully, I'll be able to make future showcases a little shorter.
Yep.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, that's for sure it.